Proportional reasoning. It costs Chloe $17.70 to send 177 text messages. How much would it cost to send 98 text messages? Let's draw a double number line. The top will be the cost in dollars and the other for text messages. So we have 177 text messages, which corresponds to $17.70. Let's start by figuring out how much one text message would cost. To get from 177 texts to one text message, we would have to divide by 177. So to find this unknown cost in dollars, we would have to divide $17.70 by 177. And 17.7 divided by 177 is equal to 0.1. So that means one text message cost 10 cents. Now we will use this to find how much it costs for 98 text messages. So let's put 98 texts on the line here. So now we have an unknown cost in dollars. So we have to multiply one text by 98 to get 98 texts. So then we have to multiply 10 cents by 98. And 0.1 times 98 is equal to 9.8. So that means it would cost $9.80 to send 98 text messages. We also could have solved this problem by setting up a proportion instead. We were originally given that it cost $17.70 to send 177 text messages. And we are trying to figure out how much it would cost to send 98 text messages. Since we don't know how many dollars for 98 texts, we will call it X. Let's solve this by cross-multiplying. Cross-multiplication is a technique we use in math to solve equations where you have two fractions equal to each other, like we do here. We will multiply the numerator of the first fraction by the denominator of the second fraction, then set that equal to multiplying the denominator of the first fraction by the numerator of the second fraction. So in our problem, we will multiply 17.7 and 98 and set that equal to 177 times x. Multiplying diagonally like this forms an X shape, so that is why we call this cross multiplication. Let's find what 17.7 times 98 is equal to. So we have 1,734.6 is equal to 177x. Now to solve this for x, we will undo multiplication by dividing both sides by 177. And 1,734.6 divided by 177 is equal to 9.8. So again, we find that our answer is $9.80. We will submit $9.80 as our answer. And we can see that we correctly found the cost to send 98 text messages is $9.80 using either method.
Conversions with dimensional analysis. Right. The density of a certain material is such that it weighs 7 pounds for every 5.5 cups of volume. So let's write that down. So we have 7 pounds, and when it says per, that means divided by 5.5 cups. Express this density in kilograms per pint. So eventually we want to get to kilograms per pint. Round your answer to the nearest hundred. So we'll use this conversion chart. And I can see over here that 1 pound is equal to 0.454 kilograms. So what I want to do here is multiply by some quantity that will enable me to cancel out pounds. So if I have pounds in the numerator, pounds must go in the denominator. And I have 1 pound for 0.454 kilograms. And that actually works because that means that kilograms is now in the numerator as it should be. And we can cancel out our pounds. Now, we still have to go from cups to pints. So we want to look to see if there's a conversion between cups and pints. And there is. 1 pint equals 2 cups. Now, since cups is in the denominator, we now want to put it in the numerator. So we have 2 cups for 1 pint. And we see that cups and cups cancel out, and we're left with kilogram over pint, which is what we wanted. So now we have to do the operations. So we'll use our calculator, and we have 7 divided by 5.5, and then we have times 0.454. So times 0.454, and then times 2. And that gives us 1.1. Now we want to round to the nearest hundred, so that's 1.16. And kilograms, that's the numerator, and pint is in the denominator. So our answer is 1.16 kilograms over pint, or kilograms per pint. An object is moving at a speed of 5.
Here are some practice questions to help you study on this topic.